Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to show you guys I finally own a PRS Silversky. Of course, this is not Silversky, even though the original Silversky's color is silver, and this one is definitely not. But this is one of the new colors since the 2018 models. This is a 2020 model, and you can tell because they have a maple net. I decided to go for a maple net instead of the rosewood is because I never really own a PRS guitar with a maple net or the maple fretboard. And if I remember correctly, none of the SE model or even S2 model they come with a maple fretboard. So it's very like stepping out of the comfort zone and want to get a guitar with a maple, even though I did spend 2 days at a guitar shop trying to hear if there's a big difference between a maple and a rosewood fretboard Silversky, and surprisingly they do, especially if you play with a Fender Boost Junior. Definitely the rosewood, it actually gives you a much more stronger, deeper, darker and warmer tone, while the maple, which as usual it gives you a much brighter tone, which I didn't like at first, but then the next day I tried with the Mesa amp. It actually changed my mind about the maple net. It actually, even though it's a little bit brighter, it actually carry out very well. So that's why I decided to get the maple fretboard instead of the rosewood. And also love the bird. If you can see it, it's amazing. This guitar is amazing. Today I'm gonna be playing with John Mayer's Rose solo. Well, actually the solo verse of it. And so to give you guys an idea how this guitar sounds at different pickups. So without further ado, let's hear what this sounds by plugging this into a huge Catalan amp head with a processor that actually plugged into an orange amp cabinet. So let's play. So we're gonna start with the net pickup only. Okay, and then the second selector, which I believe is the net pickup and the middle pickup. I'm assuming this is exactly like the Fender kind of setup because this is very, very similar to a Fender Strat. So they change it. Otherwise, that you should be the second level for it should be the neck and the middle pickup. All right, let's play. Okay, and then the middle or the third selector, which should be only the middle pickup. and then the full selector of I don't know if you just noticed when I was moving it, you actually shift it to like kind of greenish. I'm kind of surprised it's called the Dodgem blue. I mean, it makes sense when you're under the light. It really obviously very bluish like sky. Oh, I guess ocean blue, but yeah. But to me, it really also looks very green. But anyway, that's what they call it blue, then so be it. Okay, so sorry, I digress. So right now is the fourth selector, which is basically the middle pickup and the bridge pickup. Oh, this is very nice. Selector, which is the bridge pickup only. So that is the little short demo. This is the lick I was playing is basically John Mayer's solo for Rosie. That was the album of like I think it was like I forgot the exact name of his like so basically that was a 2017 album. I think it's like style of everything or something like that, or emoji of something. So anyway, this is my I guess impressions, because I only have this guitar for less than a day now, and what I feel, even though I did play with this one, well, not the exact guitar, but they tried at the guitar shop for 2 days, and I realized that the pickups is very nice compared to my Fenders. I do try different kind of Fender before, even though I don't own much Fender Strat and stuff like that, but to be the first thing you must notice that Fender's guitar, regardless is the US made or Japanese made, then that even if they're maple, is kind of thin. The radius is much more thinner, even though the Type C net, even though supposed to be thicker, is still not as thick and wide as the PRS for the Silversky. So to be honest, for me, I know some of you have mentioned or know already, I have a big hand. So for me, this guitar, the neck pickup, especially with the maple, with the satin back, it makes me very nice to play with it. Even though I must say the Rosewood of the Sky, Silversky is also it's nicer because there was a finish on the back. And I think that is one of the controversy with many people, is that many people don't like the, I guess, the finish or the lick whatever they put on the back. But to me, I think if I'm not shredding, I think that is actually very nice. Even though I prefer satin made guitar or sand guitar better, but for the neck, I honestly, for this one, I would kind of wish that they do have much more, a little more finish, less satin on the back. The reason is why is because the Rosewood one, to me, it makes it feel thicker. Even though this one, the maple one, still thicker than a typical Fender made guitar neck. I think that because it is a maple neck, it actually makes it thinner. So that is one of the things that I have been thinking for a while before thinking about getting this. But I really want a PRS maple, and I guess that I'm not really sure that if I'm gonna spend any more money to buy a much more expensive guitar, because this is quite expensive, even though it was on sale at my guitar shop. But still though, like I don't know how much more money I can to buy another PRS at the moment. But this, I have been thinking about Silversky for a while now, and so I'm very happy that I finally get this guitar. So even though it's quite expensive, I don't think I regret it. And second of all, oh my god, the pickup is so much nicer than the Fender, in my opinion. It's just, even though I heard that many people said the new model, the 2020, which is the one I'm holding right now, they have a higher the lower output than the original one. But to me, I think, oh my god, man, like with the, I guess it also have to depend on the right amount of like amp or wattage or whatever amp head that you use. You actually still, even though it's lower output, I'm not really sure if I really tried the one without the original Silversky, but the tone is much more rounder and fresher than a Fender, which don't worry about it. I still have a Fender Strat, even though that is not made in USA. I do have a made in Japan, so maybe in the near future I will make a comparison between this one and that one, even though it really doesn't do any justice for Fender. But made in Japan is not a very, it's a very nice guitar still. So but anyway, before digressing, I must say that the pick is very nice. And if you guys ever have a chance to go to hear one of those Paul V. Smith's interview, he did say that the reason why the pickup was so much more nicer, I'm not going to say compared to Fender, just say that it's so much more nicer, it's one of the best Strat tone, is because that the pickup for the bridge and the middle are the same. I don't really, to be honest though, I'm not really sure about that. Let me go back to the middle. Let me see. Okay, bridge. I don't know if that has to do with the, of course, I mean the different position, but being said that it's the same pickup, it's kind of like wow. But regardless, I don't know why for the Fender pickup I always prefer the neck pickup, because I think it's just not that crispy kind. Even though now if this one is a maple, which is, it sounds much more brighter than a rosewood, of course, Silversky. I think that I'm still comfortable playing in the middle pickup and the bridge. And although that I still don't like playing the middle bridge or the bridge pickup alone, I must say that the in between, which is the knob number 4, where you use the middle and the bridge pickup, I think the sound is amazing, especially with reverb. It's like, oh wow. Like, I don't know how to tell you. I'm not sure that you the YouTube when I upload it is gonna hear us one. It's just all I can tell you right now is the pickup. When they're combined, it's amazing. Especially with reverb, it's so clean and clear. And so basically what I'm hearing right now is that just if you hear, okay, this is the middle pickup only, you can hear that it's warmer, but it's very bright by itself. Now the bridge pickup by itself, it's much more cracker. I mean, it's still very clear tone, little break up, like kind of like. I don't know how to say it, just very bright, and a little bit kind of like, less Santana kind of tone, like it's kind of like crank, but also where the tone is very bright and nice. But now, when those two pickup, the middle and the bridge pickup combine together, it's wow. It actually makes it much more mellow. When they work together, it makes them mellow, but at the same time very clean, and it just works very nice with reverb. Okay, so wow, so I must say that my favorite way now pickup is the one when the bridge and the middle combine. So and then going back to the neck, like I said before, for Fender, I think my favorite pickup I always use will be the neck, because it's not too bright, very not sharp, but and also not cranky. And oh my god, by itself, this is amazing. But however, I'm not gonna say that I'm not very into the neck and the middle pickup together. It does actually makes it a little bit mellow, even though I think the neck itself is already perfect. For some reason that I think that, especially if, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite, but I would say that though it's still nicer than a Fender. I'm not gonna say, of course, I'm just saying compared to my Japanese Fender. I'm not gonna say, because I don't have the other guitar to compare. But anyway, once again, I don't want to digress. I just want to say that the pickup by itself, even by itself, I think it's very nice, and that even though I usually don't like a Strat using the middle and the bridge pickup, the Silversky makes it work, and that is amazing. And with the color and everything, this, I think, I don't regret owning this guitar. This guitar worth every single money this is, and oh my god, love the color. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just very happy, and I'm just gonna keep on practicing. I'm gonna pay more, make sure that it's worthwhile, and don't want to disappoint this guitar. So anyway, I'm very, like I said, conclusion is that I love this guitar. The pickups are amazing. It works well compared to my experience with Fender or the guitar I have with Fender. The pickups here, the quality is absolutely stunning. I'm not, there's no way to compare this with Squire guitar. But so I'm not gonna be comparing that to this one, but in the near future, I will definitely gonna compare this guitar with my little higher end, especially made in Japan. We used to Fender Strat guitar, and to give a comparison. I do not have a made in USA, but now that I have this, I don't think I want to spend any more money on a Strat made in Fender. So but I'm sure that there are other videos in YouTube. They actually compared them Fender John Mayer signature to that, which is, I think that will actually give you guys a much better comparison than comparing this to a cheaper version of Fender. But regardless, anyway, but since not many people do that, maybe that will be a niche for me. But once again, thank you for watching my channel, and I really appreciate many people commenting stuff. I take criticism. I really appreciate people's advice and stuff. As long as you guys don't say it in a very insulting way, I do accept it. I understand that I do not pay very well, and there is a long way, and definitely at the moment I'm nowhere compared any good guitar. I'm sure that there are many people who pay so much more better than me in the YouTube channel, but instead you spend a little extra time, watching my video and commenting, giving like very constructive criticism, or I wouldn't say criticism, it's much more like advice. So I very much appreciate you guys, even though I definitely do not take offense, because I know I do not pay well, but I'm still learning and I'm still trying to improve. It just takes time, and since I'm learning it mostly on the internet and by myself, it's gonna take time. But I must say though, there's nothing wrong with me, even though if I don't pay well. There's nothing wrong to collect guitar. I appreciate guitar as an art. I also appreciate and passionate about music, even though I'm not that talented, but still though I very much love the listening to different kind of music, dress and stuff. I mean, there are lots of things to learn, and hopefully I will able to master some of this eventually. But your criticism, or your positive comment, or whatever, that actually help me continue to try to improve my skill, and also give me more encouragement to post up and upload more videos. I know they're not very high quality and stuff like that. Compared to many of those, they use like MacBook, like with like very high technology, Pro 2 and stuff, which I'm still trying to figure out. And sometimes I realize that instead of spend extra time learning those, I would prefer just playing and learning more technique. So at this moment I don't really consider, like, I cannot not gonna spend lots of high gear and gear to improve the video quality, but still though I'm not gonna be like try my best not to give like terrible sound and stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, I very appreciate everyone's comment. Feel free to comment anything, as long as it's not like, because there are some people, there's some very insulting something, they're just really just showing and stuff, but I understand that. But anyways, but believe me, whatever, if you just, the reason you're coming to post, comment, and you speak just to personal attack, don't worry about it. I will not find it. You cannot hurt my feeling, because and I'm just gonna continue making the video regardless you hate or not. So anyway, once again, thank you for you guys watching this channel, and I'm very happy to have this guitar, and I hope that if you guys do consider getting a Strat, and you have the budget, definitely get this one. Highly recommended this, regardless if it's a maple or rosewood or this color. But come on, if I cannot get the Nebula, I think this is honestly the best next thing. So anyway, thank you, and see you guys next time. Bye guys.